Hey everybody, welcome to the Woodshed. We're going to talk today about what's going on with the migrants. I think I've figured out where West Texas is sending them. They're sticking them on buses in the middle of the night and they are shipping them out. I'm sorry this rooster will not shut up, but I'm not going to start the video over. I've already done that 3 times, so shut up. Okay, the hotel worker who used to work there, Carlos Arellano, says almost all of the 1,300 rooms set across 28 floors of the hotel have been turned into immigrant rooms. They've been, that is what they are. They're designated tourist, or they don't want tourists anymore. They want to house these immigrants, with the city paying $500 a night. So I guess the hotel's taking advantage of that. The migrants have been accused of drinking all day, smoking marijuana, having sex in the hallways, and starting fights. Sounds like they're having a tough time. He claims to have found a 10-year-old girl who had been left drunk in her hotel room, with her parents nowhere to be found. Every day, we find about 10 kids alone in their hotel rooms, either drinking or doing drugs. Weapons will be found in the room, but we're not allowed to go in there. We are not allowed to take anything from them. It's basically a free-for-all at this hotel. The hotel is the Row. It's a 4-star hotel. They're bringing anything they need, anything the immigrants desire are given to them. Everything from doctor's visits, car seats, cribs for newborns. There's at least 2 to 3 babies that are born a week. There's anchor babies shooting out of there like crazy. The immigrants have destroyed the rooms. Housekeeping is there all week. They'll clean it. By the end of the night, the kids get drunk again and tear it up. They find multiple guns. If they are kicked out of the hotel, let's say a man gets caught beating his wife or something like that, he'll get kicked out, and then they just process him into the single men's hotel. I'm not sure if it's a 4 or 5-star hotel or not, but this one was pretty nice. We find fake passports, fake Social Security cards. Workers fear for their life every day. Many of the hotels are within walking distance from Times Square, the World Trade Center Memorial Site, the Empire State Building. They're taking up some pretty nice real estate, it sounds like. The fee that will cost $100,000 a day for taxpayers, that's substantial. I'm just going to paraphrase this. Mayor Eric Adams, many of the city's closed hotels will be reopened and turned into migrant shelters to deal with the anticipated influx of asylum seekers. What a nice guy. Before the surge in asylum seekers, the city was already dealing with increased homelessness, packed shelters, and a dearth of unaffordable housing. The mayor also has plans to send hundreds of immigrants into suburban Orange and Rockland counties across the Hudson River. Everybody's looking for a place to put the immigrants. It reminds me, people that drop animals off, don't ever do that. You're just making a problem for somebody else. If you don't know what to do with it, ask somebody that does. Because dropping it off in the middle of nowhere with nothing to eat and drink, being unfixed, is not the answer. But that is exactly what this seems to be. Thousands of dollars worth of taxpayer-funded food is being wasted, with immigrants throwing it out because they insist on cooking in their rooms on hot plates. If you have worked with Mexicans, you know exactly what they're talking about. They are happy with a hot plate tortilla and some peppers. Most of them want Mexican food. The real Mexicans want that. They don't want sandwiches. He had a picture of a big trash can that was slap full of sandwiches. They don't want gringo food for the most part. Mayor Eric Adams called for immigrants to be sent to every major city in America as he continues to try to solve the Big Apple's problem by shipping them somewhere else. Isn't that funny? Officials say that 1,000 migrants arrive daily in New York. 1,000 immigrants a day. The city has opened up more than 140 shelters since the city began receiving asylum seekers 2 weeks ago, which is about 2.5 weeks now, 3 weeks. Adam said that nearly 50% of the city's hotel rooms are filled with migrants. 50%, guys. This is, in the Thunderdome, anything goes. This is Thunderdome news. The New York City mayor has said, I stand ready to help the president with the re-election however I can. Oh man, it's a big club and we ain't in it. So, here's something to think about. At what point does this become a crisis? At what point does, well, when we just don't have borders at all, we're just gonna just kind of melt into Mexico and just be one big area? Is that what the left's got on their mind? This is going to do nothing but take jobs. It's going to take taxpayer money. You know, our government always does the wrong thing 100% of the time. So I imagine their fix, whatever it is going to make things worse, which will encourage all the bad stuff that's coming. Everything with our currency, you know, all the bad. We're looking at the debt debacle. We've got credit cards. I'm about to do a credit card story. Has approached $1 trillion. It's right at $1 trillion. The average credit card debt is 10 grand now. I mean, this is, and at the same time, when people are struggling to make it, we're letting millions of immigrants in. It just doesn't make any sense, but it's not supposed to. This is a big plan by the other side to flood the country with Democratic voters. Just keep stirring the pot, you know, make everything as hard as possible, crush the middle class. The elite will rule, they'll own it all, and this is just one more thing, you know? Hey, there's a rainbow, there's a balloon, there's all these distractions. Hey, there's 100 Chinese nationals coming across the border in one spot a day. We don't know what they have on their mind. They have not been vetted. They haven't been processed. We have no idea what they're up to. We know they could have a crypto wallet, know the seed phrase in their head, and get millions of dollars as soon as they make it across the border. They have to have nothing. They could show up like a wet dog in some swimming trunks. That's all they need. So we also know that it takes $40 to $60,000 to get one over here from China. And we know the poor immigrants only make about $19,000 a year. So somebody's sending them here. We have no idea who. We don't know what's on their mind. But instead of doing the right thing, which would be build a wall and create a solution for this immigration problem, we're just going to, you know, do the exact opposite of what we should do. So, guys, I hope you got something from this. If you have a solution, put it in the comments for me. What is the best solution? Is a wall? Is that not it? I'm serious. What is the solution? And what are we going to do about, it was 12 million, it's probably 13 million now, with these immigrants? How do we deal with that? Have an awesome, awesome day. Later.